Are we on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Microphone check. Lights, cameras. This is swanky. This is lifestyle. This is culture. Welcome to the social center of everything culture. Culture Daily.
Let me just go to Worlasi first. Let's introduce Worlasi live in the studio, guys. Welcome to the studio. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we did play that jam, COMOT from my head. Of course, you know we are in the Mental Health Awareness Month, and there's a lot to speak on when it comes with Worlasi, and a lot to have to share with regards to even this month, and personal experiences, what has driven him into his EP, and the stories behind each of the songs on the EP as well. It's going to be a very good 1.5 hour conversation, so don't miss out on it. Just plug in with us on our socials, and it's also, don't forget, it's on repeat at 10 p.m. tonight. Plus, it's also going to be on our YouTube channel, so you can go watch it. I spent a couple of minutes listening to THE.RAP.Y or the THE.RAP.Y album, and I just got really emotional. I wanted to get a lot of things off my chest, but I'm just going to hold back for a bit before I get into a certain mood, and then I lose my own calm on the show. But let me say a very big congratulations to you, Worlasi.
Thank you.
For a split second, I didn't know. You took me to a different place.
I'm glad that you did.
You took me to a different place. Like you came in, I greeted, I went outside, I came back in, and I was looking at you like, what the hell is wrong with us? But we'll answer that question later on the show.
Well, that's good.
Before we kill off at 10 o'clock. But come off from my head. Mm-hmm. What was going on?
Charlie, I was in between relationships.
In between relationships?
Yeah.
Which type?
Like sexual relationships.
Wow.
So I was with somebody else, and then the other person I was with before was still in my my heart and in my mind. And so I was talking about come off from my head. It's as simple as that. Everybody goes through it.
For both of them to leave your head?
No, for one to leave.
The one who was coming in?
No, the one that was already there.
What would make you, I mean, I don't want to delve too deep into the relationship, but what would want to make you walk away from the one you are with for the one you were with before?
It's that one was extremely personal between me and the person, but I all I can say is you can't fill a cup that is already full, and also you can't be looking at somebody you're trying to be with and you're thinking about the person that's just already gone. You know, it doesn't work that way. It makes it difficult for you to move on as in a relationship. Yeah.
So when you were taking this into the music, what was the exact message in there that you wanted to, express yourself, that you couldn't say out loud through other channels, but through your music?
Like, I think the whole point was, like, try and, move on and forget about, the past. If it's gone, it's gone. You don't necessarily have to take it into the next relationship, because one day you'll be jabbling with the new one and then you'll be thinking about the other one. And that is unhealthy, actually. Extremely unhealthy.
What kind of effect, even before we go into if they were aware about this, but what kind of effect did this relationship have on your mental health?
The previous one?
They
all had a good impact in my life. Extremely good impact. Come on, bro. Extremely good impact. It's just, sometimes it just doesn't work. People travel, people come. It's just things, differences, cultural differences and all that. So things don't. And most of these relationships, it's just, you're trying. It's not necessarily, we are going to get married or something. It's just trials.
Trials and tribulations.
To see if it's going to work.
And small enjoyment.
More enjoyment.
So did they know the song was about them?
No, they don't.
Till now?
They don't.
I'm sure now they do, if they are watching.
I mean, if they do down there, by this time it's in there, it's already, like, I'm an artist, this is my job. Like, I express myself through how I feel through music. So, like, I'm sure they even knew from the beginning, so it's not.
Okay, let me just be on their side for a split second and ask about how they feel, or how they will feel if you heard a song like this coming out from someone they've been intimately connected with.
Yeah.
And how they will feel, because it says come off from my head. That's a bit hard.
Yeah. I mean, everybody goes through this. I don't know if you have feelings, but if you do, you understand that when you have feelings for somebody, the person has feelings for you, it's very difficult for you to move to the next one immediately, And some of us, we immediately get next ones. No offense to anybody. It's just fact.
Traffic day high.
Nah, Charlie, if I move on, bro, like you can't be waiting your whole life. Life is too short. If it's not working, it's not working. Just move on to the next thing or next job or whatever.
So the girls line up.
No. Me too. There's people line up for them, you know.
Yeah. But your supply chain.
No. Just me say if you don't line up, I go find some because I know if you just wait. Because me too, I grow like
active.
Me too, I grow
the
like
detachment. You know, with everything. No, it seems
like when
to
I
me
sing this song, I was hurt too. There's no detachment. I was hurt.
Good. Yeah. That's what I want to touch on when I say that.
So everybody,
because you see, I saw someone who was covering up a certain pain. That's what I was just about to say.
No, there's no cover up. I'm singing the thing. The thing is going.
No,
that
is the expression of the pain.
Expression of the pain. There's no cover up. Yeah, this is not. It has nothing to do with
up
mental.
until you're saying now that you were also hurt, it came off
that's
as if,
emotional. It's not mental. Emotional.
Up until you said you were also hurt, it came off as if you were in a relationship. You wanted to walk away. You didn't care.
No. I never mentioned I didn't care. I said.
I know you didn't say
trying
that.
to. I was trying to get the person out of my head. If you are trying to get something out of it, it means it's difficult. It means you are into the person ahead. So there was an attachment before. If the attachment wasn't there, it won't be difficult for me to get it out of my head, right? Yeah. So there's no. That's the whole point.
No, it's just how you're. It's just how you're talking about it.
No.
Like,
that's what.
Nonchalant.
This is how Twitter works. You know how you are talking about it. Listen to what I'm saying. If you were listening, you know that I was attached. That's why I moved away. Because if you're not attached, you don't even feel like writing something about it for you to get it out of your head. Because it's difficult for you to get something out of your head. Why is it difficult? Because
you're attached.
Thank you.
No. I mean, the detachment I said, it's about how you said the women, like you will find them, you know, in reference to that.
But
that's
let's be honest, man. You don't want to find. Before this conversation, we were having a different conversation about how you also.
I like this.
Thank you.
We have time.
We don't have time.
You are also trying to find.
We don't get time.
Oh wow, you don't get
but
time.
I'm not trying to find. You see, that's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, both whether I'm trying or it is finding me. Hallelujah.
Yeah, so that's what I was referring to. No, not about the song.
Yeah.
I was just referring to how you said finding them and they'll find you. And
life is short, man. You need to find, like, it's nice to have somebody to care about you, care about the person. Love is sweet, man.
The music may have been one channel that you used to probably express yourself. But how did you deal with the situation? Since we're talking mental health, how did you deal with the situation within the moment when it was at its highest?
Yeah, I don't know how to answer this question because this situation has nothing to do with mental health for the first of all, and so it's just emotional. It's just like it's very emotional and sexual.
It has everything to do with mental health.
No, to me it doesn't.
Okay, no, for you, but I'm just saying that people going through relationship problems. Sometimes
did they give you closure?
I mean I understand that, but
for you,
I mean with therapy, the project, it was basically creativity.
Okay,
it's extremely about creativity. That's why there's no love song on it. That's why COMOT came out 2 years before therapy. So it has nothing to do with therapy.
You have to deal with that one.
Caveman even came before. You understand? So like this is extremely mental towards creativity and also childhood traumas amongst men. Ghanaian men don't talk. Ghanaian men, we don't talk. And we take our childhood traumas into our lives, into our relationships, into our work. We express that same energy through work. You don't respect women at work. You don't respect elders at work. You feel like you are the boss because your mom made you feel like you are the sweet boy. Make nobody talk to my son like this. So you grow up taking all that energy everywhere you go. It's nice to be confident, but it's also, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance. And you can take that into your family, to your relationship, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is you are. And it affects you. And you don't know. You think, nobody likes me. No, maybe the problem is you. So therapy is mainly about a man who is trying to create and be better. And men, we need to learn how to be better because our job is big. You know, you have to take care of the family, you have to take care of the woman, you have to take care of the kids, you have to even take care of the woman's family sometimes, if you can. If you're lucky and they're rich, fine. But if not, then everybody's looking at you. If something breaks, you have to fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like your outwardness. I like your confidence. Let's get deeper into understanding the kind of person, because all this is also driven, if I can just deduce from all this, is driven from past experiences.
I just want to ask before you go to
go ahead. Fine.
I wanted to find his interest in women.
That's what I'm actually coming to. I want to find out what
triggers your
What
interest?
kind of okay? You finish what triggers your
What begins
interest?
this? What be your spec? That be what you
That's
ask.
all.
No, mine is not spec per se.
No, his is not spec.
I wanna-
Yours is spec.
Make you ask the question. What?
What's like what triggers your interest in women? Like, is it the way they look, the way they speak? What are you looking for?
I mean, Charlie, this question is like asking what's like if you are going to buy wache. Every day you are buying egg, really.
Gary.
Every day Gary. Sometimes you just say, "Oh, I don't want egg today." You understand? You are a human being. You are growing every day. You think you like something, you don't like it. It's because you see it everywhere.
Every day, okay, right.
So I cannot just sit here and say this is what I like, But I think I look out for the heart more. And honesty, And so there are some people you can just see through their eyes that they are very decent people. Others too, you can see through their eyes they are always deceitful, lying, because that's the only way they know how to please somebody. They have to make pretense, and it's not a bad thing because there's this term, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So let me show him that I can be this kind of person for him, even though I am not that person. And you might think it's because they are deceiving you or it's pretense, but it's not. It's just because that's the only mechanism they know how to. So I cannot go around choosing women based on how they look or how they behave. I have to get to know you first. So so if I know you, then I can maybe
When was
love
the
you.
wake-up call? Was the wake-up call after 1-2 relationships, or was it the first relationship?
There's no wake-up call, boss.
There
Which
hasn't been
wake-up?
wake-up call.
What
Because you said you changed. Like,
No, I never said I changed.
No, you said in what you just said right now that your interest often changes when you meet someone else, right?
Yeah, no. The interest will depend on who the person is.
individual.
The individual.
Uh-huh. So I'm saying that maybe before it was because of how they spoke or because of how they were able to interact
When I
with
met
you.
the person,
Exactly.
No, but first thing you see is the first thing.
Is the
the first one is the appearance.
Right.
And if you want to use appearance, right now the appearance there. It's plenty appearance. So if you say you are going to use appearance there, you'll be a womanizer.
I think that
Now, actually, right now, that's the appearance makes 7 days inside. Like,
What can you share about the journey in that same
No. Where you need to go, where they go.
Oh no, the same. I just did it.
No, the guy you talk appearance. I want. I still did there. Kiss.
No, I still did there.
You know the key I want to ask him.
In your experiences, right? In your experience, your track record, are there any learnings from maybe appearance, where the appearance can turn horrible character, or maybe horrible character where can turn a beautiful story?
Oh yeah, that one day. You go see nice appearance, horrible.
Any
character.
specifics?
Oh no, I can't.
You don't have to mention names.
No, I don't. I can't even be specific with the characters because it's been a while and I'm on other characters, so I can't even remember how those characters.
Yeah, they come go. You see where Worlasi go.
Also, you see this.
Can you go where we know
These are some of the things that we need to discuss. That's why I need therapy. You know how easy. Like it might look like it's easy for me to move on, but I'm not. I'm just trying to go on to the next and just move forward as a person, as a man. Like we have to move on no matter what. And if you stay at one place for a while, it will affect you.
Does that scare you?
So
Staying at one place?
No, staying at one place is not good.
So
Even
that is
water
the question.
if you did one place, it is poor water.
Yeah,
Spoil.
so that's the question that he was asking. That what is a wake up call? What is the new Walla now?
There's no new
terms of
Walla.
no,
I think
no. Let me break it down. There is a new Walla. There's someone who's had experiences. It can be for everybody, but then in your case, we want to understand your case because we're interviewing you, not us. So what is a new Walla now? There seemed to be a person who's come out from a certain experience, you know, that maybe may not have gone too well in his favor or did go well.
Yeah.
And these things add up to what you become now.
Yeah. Let me
hate it or love it.
Let me hit it again. Let me hit on this again.
Hit it hard for us.
Therapy is coming out because of mental health amongst young men. If you listen to the last song, there was a podcast between Obi and Worlasi, Lexi, two of my very, very good friends, and I asked one simple question, and they all said the same thing, including Baby, who actually went for therapy, right? None of them mentioned anything that had to do with relationship. Everything went straight from childhood. So the fact that this conversation is even around women and relationship is baffling me. Yeah?
What did you ask them?
I asked them that. It was one question. When you were young, was there any form of therapy? Did your parents say, "Oh, Kwesi is going through something, Daddy, let's take Kwesi for a therapy session. Let the full family go for a therapy." Everybody was laughing when I asked the question. It was funny, but it wasn't funny. I sent to some of my friends from Europe, London, LA, and they were like, "Why are they laughing? This is serious." I was laughing too. At that point, somebody from a different perspective will be looking at us and like, "Oh my God, all these people are probably sick." This is serious. So it has nothing to do with past relationships. I know what people are doing. I know where it's coming from. I know what people are trying to do. But it's fine. I understand. I understand.
Hold on. I think you're missing the point.
No, because if you listen to the project, you might think it is a relationship.
No. You see,
the first question.
The first question was asked about COMOT for your head.
Yeah.
We haven't entered therapy.
Yeah, but right now I think it's going into. I felt like it was going into because the question he asked was, he was like, now there's a new Walla. There's a new Walla because of therapy.
Okay.
There's no new Walla because of a relationship.
Hold on.
I'm just trying to clear that.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
Hold on. Let me. Yeah, I think we've all missed the conversation.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Because we're still.
We talk about your girl matter from years back.
No. But I just want to link them. I don't want to link them.
No.
I said I went to listen to the album and I changed though. I changed though. I changed. No, listen.
We're not coming there.
You didn't watch me.
I'm saying this on record.
Yeah.
I went into the car to soak the album.
Yeah.
The EP again.
Yeah.
Our producer Ricky came to sit next to me, and then I said things. So I said, "Yo." I said, Ricky, we sit on gold. That's what I just said.
The EP is deep.
So we'll come to the EP. I beg. Hey, well, I don't come shake you.
This EP, like, me and my boys, we talk about all the time, you know, and it's very serious. So, like, when the conversation was talking about, I was like, I could go to the serious, you know, because one of our friends was going through something very serious. Like, I can't even disclose it. The only thing we did was took him to Benito's. We sat down, drank like 2 crates of beer, and we tapped his back and bro, everything could be fine, Charlie. We laughed, we had a good time, we danced, everything, and then we left. If anything, we should all contribute and pay for like a therapy session for him, you know, for like a week or something. Yeah. But no, I won't be say, we go sit down.
That'd be therapy.
Bro, damn, that'd be what I therapy. Anyways, let's go back to
So peace, we'll come to therapy. Let me put aside. Me, if I won't put them aside, I won't come in there nice. But what are they going to be as you open the keys for the relationship conversation? Because we all change. Maybe let me put myself as an example here. Of course, I also had real bad, dirty experience in relationship, and it changed the way my whole mindset about woman completely, and how I analyze some things. The BS I can take and what I won't take. That's me. But this interview is not about me. So
it wouldn't be bad. You can share your experience. I'd love to hear that.
Oh, no. Charlie, you know, the wake you up and go like, hey, Charlie, hey, me. You, me, pa. So that's what I want to find out. What kind of Walla was before, maybe, I don't know when this became called, because that's what he was asking.
Yeah.
And what the Walla is now in regards to women, not music.
In regards to women, honestly speaking, I would say that I have learned how to listen more. Walk out when I need to, because you know you're in as much as you're a man, anything can happen. Walk out when you have to, especially because you don't know what you might do. It's either you walk out or they walk out, but it's hard to let them walk out, so you have to walk out. You have to, and also when you're listening to, you have to do what you're listening. Not just you're just sitting there, you're listening and you don't do it. When you listen, you do exactly what you have to do. And I've also learned that you have to. It's okay to not necessarily change, but adapt to somebody to what they want, because you can't be a perfect man. You can't have everything that they want. There might be 2 or 3 things that they want that you don't have, and it will be nice for you to learn how to do it. Because some of us, we don't know how to buy roses. We don't know how to just do some nice things out of the box for a woman. We didn't learn that from anybody, not from our aunties, our mothers, nothing. You know, so it's something that you learn on the job. And so when you find a job and you're on the job, you have to like try to understand what the job is, who the person is, and just try to please them somehow the way they want. You know, it's
you
nice.
know what I like about everything you just said?
What?
A lot of men become wicked when they get a relationship that don't go well. But I like a conversation because you sort of recede, like you know, I accept my faults, my mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen more, you know, and that should make me a better person. And very few people actually come out, because I was expecting probably to say that, hey, right now, me, if a woman tried this to me,
No.
that kind of
But you
thing,
know,
you
Jay, it's very interesting because of what he just said is actually one of the underrated problems in relationships.
Exactly.
Often it's about, oh, you are the man, you're the man, you're the man. That whole authoritative, you know, smoke that makes you feel like you're always right.
Exactly.
Because men rarely listen in relationships.
Yeah.
Like, we rarely listen. Like,
yeah.
how dare you talk to me about something that I already know? Hey.
Backup singers come inside.
So most relationships have fallen off,
Yeah.
not because the lady was wrong, but because the guy just didn't listen. You know, and
Yeah.
I think most relationships could have been saved if the guy just sat
Sit
back
down
and said,
and
you know
let-
what,
yeah.
you're right. Let's fix it. You know, so it's a very powerful statement he's made.
Do you have anything to say, Hope?
No, I just want to buy Coke for you. Man. Buy Coke for the two of you after the show. That's all.
Yeah,
I don't
men
have
for
You
listen.
see this is what they like. You see,
Men for
just
listen. I want the facts.
Sounds
we are
good.
tapping into this from you, not because you know, you are a therapist or anything, but I mean, there's a lot you are sharing that is really true, you know, and I think a lot of people should pick from it. And you've said certain things that I'm picking from, that men need therapy sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Men, we shouldn't always come off as hard and
Yeah.
you know,
I think men need
all the
therapy
time.
the most.
The most.
the most,
The
yeah.
most. We need it
suffer
the
a
most,
lot.
honestly.
We suffer a lot.
The
And
pressure
we're a
is
minority
more.
when it comes to speaking up.
Yeah, we don't
Because,
speak
yeah,
out, we bottle it
yeah.
all up and then
And there's always this societal, you know, thing that comes with, oh, as a man, you
Men
shouldn't show
Which is
weakness.
wrong.
Your
Which is
only-
wrong.
Your only validation as a man is directly tied to your ability,
Your ability
to contribute.
Contribute,
To
yeah.
whatever
And
situation
provide,
you're in.
yeah.
The
A
moment
man
you
who
show
is in a
weakness,
situation who is not contributing anything
Anything is not considered a man.
is not considered a man.
Well, you might want to go back and listen to COMOT for my head, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you might want to go back and listen to
Please
that.
go back and listen. Stream.
That song. I'm sure it's on all the DSPs. You can go and
Yes,
check it out
yes,
as well.
everywhere.
And listen. Now, when you're listening, listen again and again and again, and connect with Wala on this one. But anyway, before we jump into our next part of the conversation, discover a world of innovation, a world of luxury, and a world that many of us dream of owning. Discover the world of Bang & Olufsen, a particularly true brand in the ever-evolving realm of high-end electronics you might love to own. Have you ever tried jamming? Hey, I would like to go and soak your EP
Banks and
in Bang &
it's
Olufsen.
one
man.
of the best headsets I've ever used in my entire life.
It's crazy.
I still want to own one. It's
Bloody
too
expensive.
expensive.
So it's premium. It's the Rolls Royce of
It's the Rolls
Yeah.
Royce of headphones.
Yeah,
I'm telling
I know,
you.
right, I know.
And even it's their theater, like their home theater. That's boss. It boss my.
It's
No, you go love them.
I love
crazy. It's
vampires.
crazy. I
My
think
home
when they
theater.
did that, they sacked.
We played Sack, his own project on the home theater. He looked at the speakers. You see anybody look at the speakers? He was listening to it and then he looked at the speaker like
It's
It's
crazy
mad,
like
that's
that. So
mad.
you can actually find their showroom in Accra, Atlantic Towers,
nice.
Liberation Road, where each passing day, month, and year, variety of Drew-worthy new electronic gadgets ranging from exquisite home theater, speakers, headphones, TV sets, soundbar products are released. Bang & Olufsen like no one else. Now, let's get into our convo on therapy.
Therapy, yeah.
I like the way you even spelled it. It's like THE.RAP.Y.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know for a split second whether to call it
Therapy or the
therapy or the rap-Y, you know. But I mean, artists always want to get creative.
Yeah.
What went into creating this EP? Purpose first.
Yeah. Purpose first is just I wanted respect, first of all. I wanted to respect myself and respect my crafts. I was doing mediocre rap before. Like I was just doing it because I'm in an industry where it's not respected. When growing up, and it's not because you're here. J-Town, Serial.
Oh, skip the name, my brother.
No, I'm dead serious.
I
Like,
know you're
I'm
dead serious, but
serious.
for the purposes of the podcast.
Sorry. My enemy
Serious? Serial, dog.
Serial,
Yeah.
J-Town. Because I think it was the Sprites thing. That Sprites.
Yeah, competition.
Oh my God. I was like, people are talented. How can you just make things from your mind and it's rhyming at the same time?
The economy.
It's mad, impressive. It's 1 in a million skill. You can't, even Kendrick finds difficulties doing that thing. So it's a very serious thing. Best of all, so it was basically like me trying to like challenge myself to do a rap project. But while I was writing the songs, I realized that everything was going towards me fighting my creative blockage and just moving beyond the old Worlasi to the next Worlasi. And I realized that it was therapeutic for me. So I was like, you know what, this is going to be a rap project. Anybody I tell, they say, why a rap project? I was like, okay, that's nice, the RAP.Y therapy, it works. Because anytime I say I'm going to do the next project, it's rap. Because everybody's looking at me like, oh, well, they're Ghana fella.
Come jump something
so they're hoping for me I'll do something like COMOT or, you know, you saw me or, you know, something 100%, that kind of shit, you know, like, sorry, that kind of thing.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, and
it's okay.
it's I wanted to do something that can, you just put me on a certain space that I can gain my, and before the project even came back out, Zach and Jules and EL and Manifest were talking about it. So I was like, okay, now I've gained my respect. It's okay. It's okay. But I want to say the person that pushed me to do this, the projects that pushed me to do this more is Bar 6. It's EL's
Bar 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
I when I listened to it, I was like, this man is still rapping like
his life depends.
Like he's still rapping like this is my. He just wants you to understand that this is what I love. This is what I'm good at. You cannot do it like me. And I was like, somebody has to also do some, and I did some. It's as simple as that. it's because it's nice for, you can't have a basketball team full of only 2 players that are good. If we are going out to the world and we only have 2 good rappers, what are we doing? It's sad.
I have a cut into that. You've got a wide catalog of music, very native, Afro funk, Afro beat, everything some, heavily rooted in the Afro soundscape.
Yeah.
How important is hip hop and rap music to you to want to have that respect in the rap space?
Because I started rapping before I started singing, but nobody knew because I was in my room writing. I think I write more. I only started singing because Ghanaians like singing. And so you have to add, I mean, we know rappers who have changed and now they are singers because they have to eat.
Yeah.
And I don't think that should be the reason for you to throw away a talent, because you're at a space where you can motivate people and your skill is going to generate other rappers who can also generate something that can take Ghana to a different place. Yeah. Imagine EL didn't do Bar 6. I wouldn't have done therapy. I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have gone through that process of being better. I wouldn't have gotten funding from mental health organizations for my next show. Like, I wouldn't have gotten all these things just because I listened to EL's project.
Yeah.
You know,
power of inspiration.
Exactly, the power of inspiration. So, like, even if you want to sing. But if you feel like there's something there, you feel like you still have something, just do it and put it down, just for shaggy reasons, because you never know what is going to, you know.
With regards to the art forms,
Yeah.
you just said that, you know, you were a rapper, but it's because nobody knew. And you had to adapt and grow to what would appeal more to the audience.
Yes, exactly.
With that being said, what would you say is your most comfortable art form? If, assuming nothing else mattered, it was just you in the studio and the point was just to get stuff out of your mind and off your chest. What genre? What would you do?
Okay, genre. I said art form. Art
Yeah,
form.
well,
I would have said painting.
Yeah, I know. We'll get to the
but
painting,
like,
but music. What music mode would have? Who is Wala? Forget about the artist.
I think Wala is an expressive man, and Wala is an experimental man or young man, and I think that is where it comes from. I don't like being bored. I can't be doing one thing. All the time. It's just so. Yeah. It makes me feel stagnant.
It's exhausting.
It gives me anxiety and a little bit of, you know, the D word. I don't want to use it, and because you are not growing.
Can whisper the D word into cereals? Yeah, he passed it on to me.
I can use it too.
Yeah, I just don't like using it because it's negative. But like, it's just it's. If you're a man and you're not growing, a man without a purpose, you know, even your
Are
your
you
wife
suffering the same glass ceiling conversation EL shared with us?
Which is,
like you said, like you want to do something different. You want to be able to evolve from. Today we listen to therapy. I'm sure the next project you're not going to get
not going
therapy,
to get that,
right? But EL spoke to us about hitting the glass ceiling where it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Right. So for you, having listened to Bar 6 and having also listened to that conversation, what did that teach you as an artist?
I think it motivated me to be a better writer. That's all. That's one. Also, just out of what you're saying, which is experimenting and trying different things. Honestly speaking, if we are being honest, when Fuse ODJ came out with his, hit globally, it was global hit, right? Nigerians picked up, they were doing things like the way Fuse was doing. Then all of a sudden switched to Afrobeats. Then all of a sudden it switched to, right now it's called Afro Piano.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't adapt in a space and you are stagnant, you will die.
Straight.
Even if it's a hit song kind of songs, that one self you for adapt, you for change them small. So imagine you where they do the Afrobeat thing, like so you always have to adapt. It's either you're getting better than yourself or you're adapting into something new. And if you realize one song has Amapiano in it, which is Jealousy. It starts with
Jealousy. Yeah.
It starts with Amapiano, and then it switches into like serious rap, and that is why I'm saying like you have to adapt. Even in rap, we've managed to fix Amapiano in there, and that is the song that everybody likes. That's the song that catches everybody because that was the whole point. We wanted them to understand that we can do it, but we want you to just listen to this. But since this is what you like, Amapiano, it will catch you. And guess what? Sack likes that song because it's Amapiano.
Wow.
Marketing, strategy, adapting is necessary for an artist. You have to grow.
Talking about Jealousy, since you mentioned it, I think it's one of the most, even though it's Amapiano and it has a vibe to it, I think it's one of the most immersive songs as a creative, because you're talking about what a creative sees around them, right? And it's still connected to like the glass ceiling conversation because you're seeing your brother or your sister doing something and they keep moving and you are stuck there. Yeah. Was this your personal story or it was conversations you had with other creatives that you had to more or less take the mic to speak on their behalf that we don't know of?
I actually hardly have conversations with other creatives. Anyways, I think it was coming from fear of missing out, FOMO. Most of us adapt FOMO to jealousy. We think because we have a fear of missing out, it's jealousy, but it's not necessarily jealousy. Somebody has to motivate you to want something. Like you have to see somebody doing something to say, oh, damn, I want this. I want to get this. I want to get to this level. It's not jealousy. And the fear of missing out is only there because you're not doing anything about what you want to do. If you are doing something about it, then you would have gotten there. But you're not doing anything.
Wouldn't that be covetousnous too?
I don't know what that word is, boss. Condemn. To
covet someone's property, to covet someone's possession is trying to get what they have.
No, you can't get what they have.
By all means necessary.
If somebody has a Benz and you want a Benz, are you going to take the person's Benz?
That's what I'm saying. So where's the thin line between being motivated to do what the person is doing?
You are being motivated to be the better of yourself. It's just rather unfortunate that the better of yourself is somebody's also like right now. Because the fact that you're thinking about something doesn't mean somebody's not thinking about it too.
Right.
So if you have a Benz and I go and get a Benz, I didn't come for your Benz. Benz is not for anybody. It's a company.
It's jealousy. It's jealousy. My understanding is that it's more jealousy and envy. Where jealousy, you identify that you want something that is somewhere else, and you make sure to create that experience in your life. But if, like you're saying, if you are inactive about it and you keep wanting what that person has, particularly at the point where you are willing for that person to lose it for you to gain, then it's envy.
Exactly.
And you think it's like a plague amongst us creatives?
Yes, it is. It's just, that's why I use the word jealousy, so that it can draw attention to Ghanaians, because we are drawn to the word jealousy. We are drawn to the action, the negativity of it. And that's why I'm jealous that I'm rapping in English and when you rapping in Tree, so they can't even see how dope my is. I'm jealous that you're also jealous that I'm rapping in English and reaching an audience that you can never reach, and that might be affecting your business. It's like, it's just using the word I'm jealous that, saying things that you think I'm missing out and I think you are missing out. But we are not missing out on anything. It's just what's happening at that moment.
Facts. That's hard.
Voila.
That's hard.
By mistake.
That's hard.
So in the end, no one is missing out. In the end, no one is missing out of anything.
Nobody's missing out on anything.
I tell you, I'm so sorry. I'm apologizing to you that I did a list of 10 artist to represent
Ghana.
us Ghanaians globally. If we're like a football game, we're going to play with musicians. I'm so sorry that I didn't add Worlasi to the list.
Apology accepted.
I am so sorry. I had to bleep the F word because. And some people came even at me, why didn't I put Sark's name in? Then I was explaining that I won't put all my my first 11. I'll bench some and then bring some in at certain
when they
times.
hit some.
In case Samini and Shatta hit right now, what I would do? Exactly. So I'll bench some. Yeah. And I think this is some of the mistakes that we stakeholders or gatekeepers, whatever we do, should be amplifying conversations from people like you. You know, tap into your knowledge. Your music is something else. You know, and I'm just blown away. Let's talk a bit more back about therapy again. Let's put the album art on the EP cover art. Okay.
When you're done, I'll come back.
Okay, on the screens. Is it away from that so that we can?
Yeah, it's still on Jealousy. There was a lyric in there I wanted to find out.
Oh, you went on the songs already.
Yeah.
I wanted us to.
No, they're still on Jealousy.
Okay,
There's a lyric in there I wanted
because I wanted us to understand the meanings behind the cover art.
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
If you can explain to us, I see people covered faces.
Yeah, I think the original one was it was actually me. So everybody sits in there is me.
Oh, okay.
It's you.
Yeah, it's everybody sits in there is me. So it's basically me talking about, and it's 6 people. So each person represents each song. Perfection, Future Self, Jealousy, where like Who the F, When I'm Gone, you know, and everything is right there, and Lucy. And I used the red and black because, you know, I think I was in a very dark place.
So let's establish you made the artwork.
Yeah, I made the artwork.
Because you were a painter.
Yeah, let's establish from there. We forgot to mention.
Yeah, but with the help of Kush, name was a photographer friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Short pictures on Instagram.
Okay.
Right.
So I went every time I go to him with ideas and he helps me out. So basically I'm using the Last Supper as a template. As a template or a reference because I feel like I was talking to myself on different levels, and it was me as a therapist talking to everybody. My grandma is up there because she raised me and she started the mind Worlasi. She even though we chop some beatings like, but no matter what it is, that's what happened and that's what she is. And she gave me this kind of mindset because I grew up with my grandparents, and she's like basically the cradle of the therapy and the end of the therapy basically.
You lost a couple of
yes, a couple of actually when I was writing the second verse of Jealousy, I think that's when the same night I drove her to the morgue. So when I came back, I had to finish because my producer too was texting me, bro, what the files did? We go release that thing next week. What did you say
in the second verse?
Yeah.
What did you say in the second verse?
It was the second verse was about jealousy. It wasn't even about my grandma yet. And I had already written some of it, so I had to just finish it and send it to him. Because it was happening already, and you know that you don't know when it happened. So the thing just happened, and I was like, okay, cool. So when I came back home, I couldn't even sleep anyways. So I was like, let me just finish this thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think the cover self, she wasn't up there. Because when we released the cover fresh, it was something else up there. And then when that happened, the next day, I just changed the cover. I covered all my faces because I didn't want that attention to be on me. I wanted that attention to be on her. And that's why it's pinned there.
And I like the way you covered the faces. I mean, it looks intentional.
Yeah, it's very intentional. Like,
intentional.
Yeah.
Like, we don't matter. What matters is what's up there.
Often, when you use such a cover on faces of human beings, they are actually attributed to social vices. You know, in terms of documentaries and whatnot. So I don't know if there were.
I really don't understand that.
Okay, the way it was pinned.
Yeah, I'm talking about the way he covered the faces. You know, when maybe quote unquote an armed robber is caught. To
cover. Yeah, I think no, but this
censorship.
This one was this one was just to let people understand that okay, my face is there, but my face is not important. It's not about my face.
Okay,
because it's about the topics of the songs.
Right.
It's about what the people represent and not my face. I didn't want it to be about me. I wanted it to be about like why are the faces covered, and then it also creates a why. And then you go and listen to the project. Like why are the faces covered? What is he trying to say? Maybe the reason is in the song. You go and listen to the song. It's art. It's supposed to draw an attention. Your attention irrespective. It's supposed to make you feel like what is this? Why is this? You have to ask why and what, and the last one will be
Right.
Exactly.
I see.
Now, how did you feed into this album, and how did the album feed into
me.
you?
Oof. How I fed into the album. I think the album fed into me before I even fed into it, because the album made me realize what it was before I was like, this is dope. I like this. Then I even amplify it more. Because the beginning I didn't know what I was doing. I was just writing. I was just writing. And when I was putting everything down, listening to everything, it just made sense, you know. It was supposed to be the Trinity Project, where I'm going to release 3 projects in a year, which is THE.RAP.Y, the rest I can't mention the names, but like it was supposed to be 3 projects. So the cover was like a triangle and everything, but we realized that we wanted to give every project a different cover. But yeah,
Charlie,
No, this is hard.
I've got favorites in there.
yeah,
It's LUCI, right?
LUCI, yeah, LUCI.
I like Perfection. I like LUCI.
yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
Lucy-
I like all, but let me just say, I have favorites.
Lucy's a very interesting.
I like
when we
Perfection.
get
I like
there, I have
LUCI.
a
We're
few
gonna go through
questions.
it.
Yeah.
I like Who the F.
Yeah.
I like Future
You
Still.
mentioned all.
Abla System.
Yeah, Abla System is
one of the projects you can't skip.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll to the first one. Perfection. Take
Yeah.
us to Perfection.
Oh, Perfection, I think. Shout out to David Hammond, by the way.
Yeah. Who's David
yes,
Hammond?
yeah.
He's a young act. He hit me up last year. He was like, yo, well, I want to work with you. I was like, come send me some shit. And so he sent me some. And when he came to the studio, we started working on, projects. He's a very, very talented producer. He plays the keys. He's a drummer, actually. He plays the
sing
keys.
too?
Nah, he's trying to. He's learning how to sing now.
Right.
Because he's young. He's like 24, 25.
Wow.
And we all need direction. Actually, when I started doing a project, I wanted it to be like OG hip-hop sonic sound, where it's like, like Dre kind of sound. And this guy's a jazz guy, and then he can't help it. He's always putting in jazzy things. So he also taught me things. He made me feel like, like I should also try this. And by the time I realized, I fell in love with his style, and then the whole thing became a collaboration. So Perfection.
It was on 2 songs.
Yeah,
at
Perfection
LUCI,
is the
right?
first collaboration we did. I think the first day he came, I was like, let's do something. I was like, okay, cool. I'm in a salsa vibe. Let's make salsa with hip hop. So if you listen to Perfection, you can feel that salsa
Latin.
vibe. Yeah, the Latin thing. And the last album before this had a bit of the Latin vibe. It had a bit of the African Latin vibe. So we wanted to like ease people into Worlasi. Because if you listen to the last project and you enter into this, you have to like ease into it sonically. So we went to YouTube, listened to some salsa things, picked up some. It was experimental and it was fun. And I think that's one of the best. No, that's not the best. The second best production that we did. Because I really like it. It's groovy, it's dancey. The chorus is jam. It's like a jam. And then it switches to the verses and it's like just full-blown rap and very easy to listen to and understand. I love Perfection. Perfection is hitting now. Like the topic of Perfection. It's literally talking about me fighting perfection, like things that I think is perfect. Last year I went a whole year without releasing a song. I only released 1 song, and it's all because of perfection. Because I do something and I keep it there. I do something, I don't share it, and the whole point of creating is to share. And so it is me fighting perfection. So in the first verse, you realize that I'm like, perfection is talking to me.
Talking
so like,
to you, yeah, I
perfection
noticed.
is like,
Yeah.
I gave you this, voila. I am the reason why you're this. I'm the reason why people are saying you have a beautiful mind. I'm the reason why people are saying you are dope. I'm the reason why you can paint. I'm the reason why you can rap. I'm the reason why you are what you are. Yeah, so you cannot come and tell me otherwise. You need me. And the second verse is me saying, no, I don't need you. You are making things difficult for me. I have with you, but like...
That's such a contrast.
Exactly. So the whole thing is a yin-yang thing. The whole project, jealousy, yin-yang, perfection, LUCI, it's all built up on that therapeutic thing where you are being honest with yourself, talking about the good sides of it and the bad sides of it. It doesn't mean it's good or it's bad, but the balance is what matters. Yeah.
Worlasi, how often do you get into your own mind? Because some people
How often I see
run.
Bodam?
No, because some people run from the reality of the depths of their minds. Others approach it and get into the depths of it. How often do you do that, and then how does it impact on what we see on the outside?
I think I do it. I do it a lot, actually, too often. I remember when I was young, I was fetching water, and my cousin Jason, wherever you are, he was like, "Yo, you need to stop talking to yourself. People would think you are mad. I understand that you're writing in your head, and then you are rehearsing, but like people would think you're mad." So I started putting on headsets every time I'm walking, and it's when I write something in my head, I say it out loud to see how it sounds like.
Right.
Because I have to say it out like it's my job. I sing, I rap. I'm a studio artist, so I think a lot. I think about things a lot. In a very healthy way, I must say, and I try to channel it into creating something out of what I'm thinking, because it helps me just get it out of my head. And I say, okay, this is what I'm thinking. This is how it looks like. It's like writing something in a book when you're thinking about it. It makes it easier for you to have better perspective of it.
Right. What I noticed about what you've just explained and now trying to play back Perfection is how you made that song the tastemaker for the rest of the songs on the project. Because often when you are doing a project, your first song is like what you're like. I don't know if it's something that's allowed or something, but like your first song is what really introduces people to the project. So is that why you put that song there, so that people could understand that what you're about to listen is just a dope of greatness?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's why I put it. If there was anything I was gonna put there, then maybe I'll put Jealousy there. If that was a reason.
Oh, okay.
Then I'll put Jealousy there, because I feel like Jealousy had more depth than Perception, and it was more honest than Perception. Perception was only there because my last project was The Man and the God, and I wanted people to ease into like sonically, because everybody knows Worlasi for live music.
Exactly.
So, and the Perfection was the only song that had that energy. So we wanted to ease people's minds into Worlasi, and then the next one just goes into jazz hip hop.
I want to ask, I mean, on the sonic side, on the sound production, from your traditional live band Afro sound, how challenging was it working on a sound space that was supposed to house hip hop or rap? What did you have any challenges in creating the productions, working on it, making sure the melodies? Because now you are not singing as much.
No, I wasn't singing. Yeah.
Even though some of the flows are fast paced and have that phonetic swirl to it, you were not singing. So what was it like? Was it challenging at all?
I think it was a bit challenging because we were trying to make sure it's like hard hip hop, and at the same time it was therapeutic. And you can't have a therapeutic sound when things are like hard knocks, like boom, boom, gang, gang, So it was a bit hard to merge the two, and that's why I was happy that he was a jazz guy. Yeah, he likes jazz, so his keys just made everything soft. No matter how hard the kicks were, he just plays something, and then I'll choose, because when he's playing, he will go he doesn't know what to choose. When he plays a beat, everything is there, because he has everything. He can do everything. So I have to choose and be very careful. So it was difficult, but it was fun. There was beauty in the difficulty. Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the track list again, because we have a few minutes left and not much else. We're not finished. If you can put that up on the screen now. Again, let's go to the next song. I think after Perfection was LUCI. Yeah. Yes. Tell us about LUCI.
LUCI is literally basically Lucifer. Like it's basically me assigning all the things that we consider evil and a distraction, and that's where it's saying, like, I have PP, fat, and femme, boob.
Yeah.
I have cars and clothes. I have
all the distractions.
I even have men for you if you are interested in men now. Like, I have everything that you need. I can give you anything, women, trans, anything you want. And that's why the first verse is just literally Lucy saying, I can give you this, I can give you that, I have this for you. Just relax.
You see why, why I asked you about what interests you in women? Because in LUCI, you said, I know you like and femme boobies.
Yeah. But if I'm doing I don't understand what people are saying.
But bro,
Just
let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
What are the qualities of a woman?
What else?
What are the physical qualities?
It was, the discussion was very, very deep.
Oh, because
some people like it you know, saggy.
Yeah.
But you like it.
Hey, who like it saggy?
Bro, we are talking about a project. Now, I know, and I ain't right. I don't mean
I
right.
mean-
They like the project saggy.
Say, boys
No,
have
he
been trying
says
to
he
express
likes-
themselves for many years. When they had
The opportunity.
small chance, Worlasi comes small. Boys won't discard about them.
No, he's a guy. He's a guy. You know what I'm saying? He
But
likes.
I want to take gunshot, shoot all the saggy people.
Right.
No, because he says he
Bro,
likes.
yeah, take your time.
He likes the pie fat.
Yeah,
man.
we should go the lyrics inside.
Yeah, good at legs.
He likes the pie fat, and then he likes firm boobies.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I that's what I was asking you.
Yeah, like
you
I do like those things.
Right.
I like it all, honestly. I think those are some of the things that make a woman a woman.
That's
you know,
right.
physically.
That's right.
I'm not talking about mentally or inwardly. Like it makes that is why if somebody wants to transform a man to a woman, they get those things. This is very
Facts.
simple.
That's facts.
Uh-huh. If without it, then you don't feel like a woman. So that's why I put that there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's very.
So and you also say that back to what you talked about Lucifer. You said you be legend, but you need a dark reverend.
Yeah. So, you know, LUCI is representing a spiritual figure or it could be a person too who has a lot of things to offer you and give you so many things that you want in your life. And when I say legend, but you can be a dark reverend. You know, LUCI was also an angel, and he came down. And, you know, we all respect angels as, you know, whatever. So me saying I can be a dark reverend is maybe I can be your priest or something, but the darker side of a priest. So I can be your dark reverend. Yeah, you know, like I'm not your legend, but I can be your dark reverend. The only thing I need for you is to just win me some souls,
and
then give you goals and reach all your goals. And the only thing is maybe you are just going to die alone without anybody. You know,
when I listen to it, you know what the narrative of that reminded me of? Rest in peace, rest his soul. DMX and Damien.
Yeah.
Why is it every move I make turn out to be a
think
bad
about
one?
it.
Where's my guardian angel? Need one, wish I had one. I'm right there, shorty, trying to hold you down. And that's the same. That's the moment I listened to it, I was like, okay, this guy they come rap. This guy I was like, this guy again, this guy come rap for me. And like speaking of that, is it an acknowledgement of the industry?
Yes,
right.
it is.
I mean, I'm not going to ask you to speak for the whole industry, but we want all those beautiful things. The things LUCI is saying he can get us. Yeah. We do want it. Yeah. And in your journey and your career, the one narrative, which I am not happy about, but is inevitable at this point, is this guy they form. Why we know they push him? Yeah. Why would everything Jay was saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever got to the point where you thought maybe a Damien, a LUCI would change it?
Nah, because I tried it for some time. I've had so many options. I've had so many people have hit me up, people with like serious money. And I didn't. It just, I think, first of all, I'll be honest, I was scared. I won't lie to you. And then after the fear was protecting my creativity, because trust me, if I'd gone that route, we would not be having therapy. We will not be having therapy. And I'm happy that I have this, because now I'm attracting the right people who have money, little by little. And I'll do it according to my pace, according to how I feel as an artist, because I'm not going to go for that to be depressed later. I don't want to.
What were you, when you say you were scared at first, what were you scared of? The commitment of
No, I was scared of how urgent they were. They were like so aggressive. We'll give you this. Oh, why are you doing? Why are you wasting time? Sign this thing. Like, why? You know, we'll give you this. Like, we'll give you like. It was quick.
Yeah, but
and I had to think
business.
about it.
Maybe they thought they might lose you to somebody
but I'm not
else.
a businessman. I'm an artist. So I needed somebody that I can trust that is a businessman, and I didn't have that. The only people I had was them, and they are the one going to benefit. So how can I trust them?
Well, so what? So these are potential deals that they didn't have you in the center of it.
I wouldn't. No, not center. It was. I didn't have any creative direction. Like I don't have.
So bad deals, bad potential.
Maybe it's good for somebody.
For you, I mean, for you,
for me,
they were bad.
For me, they were bad for me because I can't do what I want. I can't create it the way I want, you know.
And that is most important.
Yeah, and I think there's a way we can meet halfway. It's always there's always a way
but
we can
usually
meet
the
halfway.
people who are signing the checks don't want to meet.
No. They don't want to.
They don't want to meet anyway.
But like I said, little by little, the industry is changing. The music industry is changing, and people that are called alts, are also finding the people that
their
space, and then they are finding invested as well.
I really don't like that word, but
I do not like it.
It's just a rebrand.
No, what space are you talking? What word are you?
They just rebranded the word underground to Ote. Yeah. When I was doing music, anybody who is talented and unappreciated was given the label underground. And then we stopped that when somebody, for one reason or the other, brought the word Ote. So now every person that we know is really dope and talented, and we are consciously neglecting. And the neglect is not coincidental or passive. We are consciously neglecting them, and then we give them a label that should be quiet.
So no, but what is it for you then? Should they still go back to be called?
They are musicians. Artists? Listen, there are musicians who fit in that alter category in Europe who are bigger than our biggest Ghanaian stars.
Right? Yeah. That's true.
There's a rapper somewhere in the back of Milwaukee who is doing streams, revenue, endorsements more than our biggest stars combined. And if you look at where he ranks on the chart, or if they are playing him in the club or on radio, you label that guy Ote. But on a spectrum of success, he's more successful than our people here. So I think it's a misrepresentation. And what it does is it shackles talents.
Adele said
Yeah.
I chop Grammy pass
everybody. And the moment you start labeling people like Worlasi, me, I see it like it's an industry's way of shackling, tying weights to their leg. But the moment you say Lele is how you go take off. You already announced to the world the guy be crazy.
Because it's crazy how
they do 100-meter race.
It's crazy how it's like a strictly rap album. This is strictly rap,
and
strictly
rap label.
They'll put it in out there. It does not make any sense.
Imagine arriving for your boxing match and they announce that, and ladies and gentlemen, Lenny Lomote with no hands. How are you going to win this boxing?
Hold on for me, please. Thank you very much. You cannot listen to you guys. Please.
You are not on the why.
Well, let me tell you real quickly as well. Hollywood, Bollywood, and Nollywood and quality Ghanaian movies come alive on the big screens at Silverbird Cinemas. Get the very best entertainment you deserve. Create and share amazing memories with the ones you truly love with the movie treat at Silverbird Cinemas, West Hills Mall and Accra Mall. Now showing, we have John Wick Part 4, the Super Mario Brothers, the movie. Yes, Creed Part 3, Air, Taste of Sin, Renfield, and The Pope's Exorcist. I want to see that horror one. It's crazy. I know,
they're
right?
all out?
Yeah, they're all out. Now, you can check them out at silverbirdcinemas.com/West Hills Mall, or you can do same on silverbirdcinemas.com/Accra. Showing times, you can also call 0544 140 or 059-399-7086 if you want more details as well. And don't forget, you're locked on to Plus 89.9 FM as well as 3 Music TV. Live in the studio, we have the man Worlasi. We're talking about his brand new EP, Therapy. We've spoken about I think 4 songs. No, we spoke on Jealousy a lot because of time, and then we spoke on the first 2.
Yeah.
So let's.
I wanted to ask about,
okay, go ahead, please.
In LUCI, you says, I know if you do one by myself, but we all need help. But I can't help but notice that I know if you ask you help.
So
that was like a contradiction between. Was it a contradiction between you and
it
LUCI?
It wasn't a contradiction. I acknowledged the fact that every artist needs that help. You
can't help but notice that you don't need it.
Yeah, I can't help but notice that I necessarily don't.
Because you're a priest.
The priest and the dark reverend. Yeah, I'm a priest, so I don't need a dark reverend. Yeah, I think the priest I used the word priest because I did my first performance and I wrapped the cloth around my waist. Because in my village, that's what the men do. You go to my village, all the men, they wrap clothes around their waist. Like when there's anything, it's our thing. I don't even know why. I'm sure this man knows. This man knows, but he always knows.
Of course,
he always knows. Yeah. But that's what we do. So I wanted to represent it in my craft, in performance. And when the pictures came out, everybody was like, "Well, Lassie is a priest." And it was crazy how people call it that, but they don't call Scottish people priests. But anyways, that's just by the way. The whole idea of that is to just me acknowledging that it's not like I don't need those things. It's not like I don't want it. I want it. It could make things better for me, but I want to have it on a good
Merit.
time. Yeah, on a good time.
Good time.
On a good time. Time, not time. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Let's go to Who the F.
Yeah.
I like that song. Man.
I want to say I love this. I love the whole thing. Thank you guys. It's very hard for an artist to find.
We never
a platform.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
It's very hard to find an artist an artist to find a platform to
talk about stuff.
things like talk about the project.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And the things that matter.
and the things that matter in the project and why the project was done and all these is beautiful. What is happening right now is beautiful. Thank you guys so
Our
much.
name is Kocha Daily.
Yeah.
We don't want to cry. On the back of that, shouts going out to Aigbe Adam, aka Adam Go Get Them, who also tweeted something about free music,
give us some
culture daily conversation. Thank you so much, Adam. We truly appreciate it. Let's talk about Who the F, man. Which
The
song
F?
where you rap small way the song slow down?
Jealousy.
Jealousy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie.
They come at 1,000 streams.
You know that feeling where they don't loop. Just keep it there. That's
the
it.
beauty
It just
about
came in
the
the first
project.
time I listened to it. You drop them, I tweet something.
Yeah.
Where I listened to them, somebody was in the car, so I played like 3-4 songs and I turned it off. And it was like, why? And I was like, no, well, I vex. I for sit down.
Yeah.
So it's like it sounded angry, but not anger like in a negative abhor. It was like make a talk this thing.
Yeah.
You know, like a rapper angry. You know, like how Eminem. You know how Eminem can be passionate and if Eminem is telling you I love you, self. You know, you gotta love me.
Off this real quickly. Eminem and this girl,
Rihanna.
Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
window pane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kali.
Yeah. You don't love the girl be that too. You don't love her. If like me, she said no. I don't love you. So I turned it off. We reached like track 3. We are just off the thing. Say why
the Monster, the song where in the video the girl come up from the grave, come kill him. Like what an expression of love.
It's Rihanna, right?
Yeah.
I need a monster.
Oh no. Sorry. It wasn't Monster.
I need a
Monster.
To bring me
I
back
remember,
to life.
don't worry,
I need a
actually,
doctor
I
to bring me
remember.
back to life.
Yeah.
He came out. Well, for those listeners, if you can help me out, in the video, Eminem, I forget the girl's name, but she came out from the grave, came to kill Eminem, and took Eminem into the grave as well.
Toxic.
I'm telling you, like,
I mean, I will love you till I die.
Yeah, she came from the grave. The beginning, she crawled to the grave, but she can't kill him when she came from the grave.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted at me and help me out with the title of the song. Anyway, now let's talk about Who the F.
Yeah, Who the F?
Tough, man. Tell me about it, man. Yeah. And you rapped in. You said the Who the F in a sense in different like language tones. You know how everyone
will talk,
and then you slang them small. Take me through it, please.
So Who the F is like the whole the whole project is about mental health anyway. So Who the F is also talking about all the people in my life, all the people I've met during my entire life that have made me feel like oppressed as a person, and that's why you have your dad there, a mother there, a policeman there, a politician there, a girlfriend there. You know, all the people that I felt like they used the power that they had against me to talk to me anyhow or oppress me anyhow. And every time I was looking at it from the perspective of me and the people. So this time I wanted to put myself in their shoes and then say it from their perspective. So you have a policeman saying, do you know how long I've been in this rain, in this sun? Like when the bomb itself, they must skin tone all day like this, and I make black, you know, you know. And then the aggression from all these people. So instead of me being angry at them, this time I was them being angry at me. So if you listen to it from the beginning, it's like the first one is God. Like, who the F you think you're talking to? I made you, I'm the most high. Don't ever raise your voice high. Like, who the F you think about? Like, I gave you trees, give you greens, I gave you, you know, and then the rest I can't necessarily.
The girlfriend, the mother.
The mother, the girlfriend, the policeman, and then the downtrodden citizen that is also talking to a politician. I knew you. You and you were friends. Now you've become a politician, and then you've gotten power. You think you can do whatever you want. Like, who the F do you think you are talking to? Like, me and you went to the same school, we're on the same streets, buying watch, and now you have become a politician. You're not even fixing the streets, and now you're talking to me anyhow because you've gotten power. And this who the F thing is in everybody's mind.
You know, it's interesting because
everybody's mind. Yeah.
In Ghana, but I don't know about other African countries. When you are arguing with somebody,
Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Exactly.
Who am I? Who do you mean? Who am I? Like,
so that's where it came from. Wow. Like, who do you think you are? Do you know who do you think you're talking to? And it's in everybody, even the parents do it. Yeah. There's a part where the dad is also saying the same thing. fuck you think you're talking to? I put food on the table.
Wow.
Fuck you think you go to? I took you in my womb for 9 months.
Yeah.
I fed you because of you. I didn't drink alcohol for 9 months. I was drinking juice.
Yeah.
And then you come out
boarding expensive juice.
And then you are out and now you come to talk to me anyhow. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? So like it's just a perspective from all the people that I felt like they used their relationship with me or to me to like just oppress me in a certain way by just talking to me like that. You're talking to, you know. So it's also a very mental.
But the God talking to you bit, if you don't mind expanding on that area just a little bit.
Yeah.
I know there's a scripture that says where God was asking Job, has thou commanded the sun to know its place in the morning? And I made this and I made that and I made this and I made that. Is that how? Does that translate into your faith or your walk with God?
Yeah.
That's something you feel like, yo, like God. I thought you and I were on the same page, but like, what's going on?
I think that's first of all the Bible analogy you made. I didn't understand that, but maybe
it's a scripture.
It's a scripture.
When Job was going through hard
21.
times, when Job was going through hard times, he was asking God questions. He was like, why are you allowing this to happen? And when God responded to him, he said, do you know where the sun sets? Do you know how the sun sets?
Oh, okay, yeah. So he was. I think it came from the point where, like I said, anybody with power or anybody I have a relationship with would use their power to tell me or talk to me in a certain way. And I feel like sometimes God wants to say these things. He wants to remind you that I made you. So I want to start from the creator, basically. I made you. I gave you this. I gave you your talent. I gave you this. I gave you greens, money. I gave you trees, weed. I gave you, women. I gave you. So like the trees and then the weed, like, greens is money and weed. Yeah. I gave you like everything you've ever asked me for. I give it to you, like alcohol, women, money, comfort, family, love. I've given it to you. So like
what's up?
Yes.
What else?
Like that's why I don't F with you.
Worlasi, listening to Who the F, it gives me like an aerial view where you are up there looking at everybody down, right? Not looking down on them, but looking at them as in getting into their psyche
and understanding.
Yes, getting to understand them beyond the do you know who I think I am, and also sacrifices that people make people make for you and all of that. And so that will lead me into relationships with all of these people that you raised, or even people beyond them, right? And your mental space when it comes to relating with people.
I think a perfect example is the policeman. I was so angry. I wanted to write something about police people. And I think that's what made me take it from the perspective of the policeman. Because my granddad was a policeman. My auntie is a policeman. And that's not why I didn't write it like that, but it's because there was one time I was home and then she came back and she brought like, the bulletproof vest and all that. And she left it in one of the rooms. And I saw it and I wore it. It was really nice. And I was there. I was like, so why is it that this policeman made me angry last week? And my auntie is just also a policewoman. And then I think that's what made me think that, you know what, let me write it from the perspective of the policeman. Why is he angry at me? Why? I didn't do anything. Like, why is he so angry? Just because I asked a question or something. And then that's when I started writing most of the things from different perspectives, and I think it makes people. It makes me understand their vulnerabilities and what they are going through, and it makes it a bit beautiful. And at the same time, it makes it easier. Yeah. So sometimes they are talking about even the things they do for you that they love, or they did it because they love you, but they are saying it in an angry way, And it's a very psychological thing.
When I listen to it, it speaks to me about relatability, where you have to step into someone's shoes to understand them, why they are treating you like that, in a certain way. It speaks that to me.
Do you think?
Sorry, 1 second, but there are two other highly effective variants of Pepsodent. There are two very highly effective variants of Pepsodent on the market now. There's Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal. Well, the charcoal is made with a fine blend of activated charcoal and lemon essence. Pepsodent Charcoal White gently polishes away tooth stains and naturally restores your bright smile. With the Herbal, for our herbal lovers, try Pepsodent Herbal Toothpaste formulated from carefully selected natural extracts and uniquely blended herbs. And Pepsodent Herbal releases and also repairs and protects the gum tissues whilst giving you strong teeth. You can also get Pepsodent at any shop near you or call your customer care center on 0800 2030. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent, every smile matters. Well, we have about 4 minutes left. I wanted to ask you about videos coming up.
Yes, I started an animation company with a friend. Shout out to Johan Seto. And we are going to do one animation for Who the F, since we're talking about Who the F.
Okay.
It's a pretty interesting animation. He animated each and every character like me. So like, I am the mother, I am God, I am policeman, everything. So they all look like me, but they are angry and they look like. So even the mother looks like, you see the face looks like me. So that's the animation that's coming out. Poka is also doing an animation for LUCI. So that's also coming out. We are shooting Jealousy to soon with the small help we can get. And you guys shouldn't be expecting so much, but also because LUCI hasn't helped us yet, so we are not there. But also, I just want to state that I have a listening on the 13th of this month.
Okay.
We are going to use the wireless headsets. Everybody's going to sit down, listen to the project. I'll be painting whilst we are listening to the project. We have paintings. Canvases around. If you want to paint, you can paint. I'm trying to fuse my painting. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I will be fusing painting with the listening, and I'll be exhibiting some of my paintings as well.
Nice.
6 paintings, each of them representing the project. It's happening at the Cocoon on the 13th.
13th.
Yeah, and
time.
It starts at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
If you want any contacts, 020-8088-8326.
You might want to say it again.
Yeah. 020-808-8326. The payment is at the venue.
How much should we be looking at?
100 cities.
Okay.
100 cities for entry. And you guys should it's 100 cities. Just come, chill. There are drinks, food. You can paint, take your paintings home. You can come and buy some paintings from me. And we are going to have a discussion about the project. You can ask any questions you want throughout the whole session till the day and whatever. So you guys should come through. Music videos, like I said, only 3 music videos now having it up. Basically that's it.
Charlie, well, I want us to end the show well.
Yes,
so our time has come. We have to wrap up. But this has been a great conversation.
Thank you so much.
All the best on the album. And the song I was looking for was actually Eminem featuring Jesse Reyes. So crazy. Good Guy. That's the title. You should go and check out that video, man. It's crazy. But whilst you are doing that, check out. Please don't forget to go check out the THE.RAP.Y album. EP, I beg your pardon. It's on on the stores. I'm sure all the stores.
All the stores. Audio Mag, Boomplay, Apple Music, Spotify.
Sure.
Even on YouTube, and also just to put in I made sure I put out lyrics for all the songs.
Okay.
On YouTube. So whilst you're watching it listening to it on YouTube, you can read the lyrics whilst you're doing it. There's also like an English translation of the lyrics. So if you don't understand Pidgin or Ewe or any language that I used, there's a direct translation by the lyrics, because I don't want anybody to come and say we don't understand what they're saying.
I hope you understand what I'm saying now. Time is up. We have to go. Hey, you haven't heard.
No,
please.
I'm just asking the house. Do you sing some of the songs we've talked about or discussed? Do you think some of them could pass as gospel songs because of the messages?
It's a big question, please. Our time is up. We have to go. Friday it is. Have an amazing weekend. We're back on Monday. Name is Jay. Olile is here. Wala, thank you so much, and we're out.